Hi, and welcome to the BusinessWings podcast. My name's Christina Petrakis, and today I'm talking to CEO of brand agency 1HQ, Mark Artus. Mark reveals his best and worst World Cup campaigns and how small businesses can capitalise on this huge global sporting event. What's the most effective World Cup marketing campaign you've seen and why?
I think one that we like, probably because they were the underdog, was for the World Cup 2002. Which was when more of the ambush marketing that came from Boddington's, which is about be innovative, have a bodies. And it was them trying to go up against Anheuser-Busch that were the official sponsor. But they went tactical and they came up with just lots of good ideas that was basically props that the fans could take as joke items to, I don't know, cutting out some paper flowers to give to their girlfriends or having a sign to reserve a seat in front of the TV. And it was quite an interesting attempt at sabotaging the World Cup.
What's the most effective marketing campaign you've seen this time round for the World Cup, and why would you say it was effective?
One of the more effective ones that we like is Pepsi, where the print media is about painting all the football stars as if they're tattooing them, but in the local colours of South Africa. It's managing to make Pepsi become integrated into the culture of South Africa. And then the actual adverts on TV, these players, although they're not painted, these players go to the local pitches and play against the local teams, but the pitch itself is outlined by the local people. And to get the advantage, they move the pitch, so the stars are always playing on a moving pitch. Again, they're doing a very good job of taking something that's as global as Pepsi, but making sure it's being integrated locally and respecting the culture. And it's quite funny.
What would you say is the most ineffective and embarrassing World Cup marketing campaign you've seen, and why?
Unfortunately, I think that people have got a little bit of egg on their faces with M&S and Walkers. It wasn't their fault, but I think it's reflective of the times that we live in. Things change so quickly. So M&S had Theo Walcott on all of their posters wearing their M&S suit, and of course he didn't go, which I think is a bit embarrassing. I mean, Walkers came up with a great idea of having the flavoured crisps to represent the countries participating. And again, some of those countries aren't participating, so they've created all of these flavours of crisp and based it on these teams being at the World Cup, but they're not going to be there. It wasn't that the marketing campaign wasn't a good idea. It was a good idea, but I think what it reflects is that we're living in such a changing world that planning something like this, it can change in a couple of days.
How cost effective is it trying to use a World Cup to promote your brand, given the expense often involved, such as paying for endorsements?
It is cost effective for the bigger brand. It's one of the major global stages, probably beyond the Olympics, that reaches so many people. It is massively effective because they can really sit on the global stage. It also gives them an opportunity of making sure that they link it into all the local markets around the world.
In what ways would you say smaller businesses can boost their brand by harnessing the World Cup without breaking the bank?
Well, I think the smaller businesses have just got to be innovative. Because sure, they're not going to be able to afford what the Cokes and the Pepsis of this world can, but I think they can be really innovative around what they do locally. Again, it's not sabotage, but I think they can be smart with their products and make sure that it's relating things in an innovative way to the World Cup itself. They can't expect to get their logos on TV, and they can't expect to get all the benefits of promoting, i.e. getting VIP guest tickets, getting involved in it from a South African perspective. But I think they can really look at how they can reflect the World Cup in their products or in their services that will engage with people at a local level.